I'm Allie, I'm back. I'm a psychic medium and we're doing your channeled message for today. This one was coming through really strongly just a minute ago, but basically I'm seeing and I'm being drawn to a whole bunch of different things. So I went and I pulled them all out ahead of time, and I normally don't use my cards, but I was even feeling my cards coming up. And so one of the things I've been getting really strongly is right now people, like there's always going to be this part of you that'll kick up, like it's almost like a fight flight response when your resources are under threat. But you know what they keep showing me is like how some people react to that by shutting down, and some people react to that with almost excitement, almost like almost like you have to be pushed a little bit too hard. And then you get into that part of your brain starts kicking on that's like, you know what, I'll show them, I'm gonna do this, they can't keep me down. That's the part of you need to activate right now. This is the part of you that creates opportunities. And I've been having a lot of this like energy just coming through around people needing to recognize how powerful they are, that ultimately like having access to different resources, yes, it makes a big difference. Also, you are ultimately the one who chooses and decides how to use any tool or any resource you're given. And so how you're using what you already have, like I just keep hearing over and over, there's something about you have a tool or a resource. It could be an idea that you have, it could be a skill that you have. You have what you need to get to this, like this King of Pentacles, having realized what's important in life. Like this is the wise person around finances, money, resources, but you are not recognizing how things could be turning in your favor. Collectively, this is a really funky time in terms of that, but the people who can look at it and say, okay, where are the opportunities? How can this turn in my favor? The people are going to come out on top. So I'm seeing a lot of Ace of Wands, like new ideas blooming and budding. Everything is an opportunity, but you have to get in that mindset. Also, don't think that the growth has to be slow, that everything has to take so much time, because that's not necessarily always how things are, how things go. For some things, they do require some time, some patience. And I think some of you, what I'm getting from the other side is you're afraid of the time that it's going to take. So you're almost like, why even get started? Don't assume it's going to have to take so long, and don't assume it's going to be so difficult, because I keep getting this feeling of you're assuming it's going to be more difficult than it is. The wheel has come out twice now. Things can turn in your favor at any moment. And this feels very favorable. It feels very, very favorable. Or I'm sorry, this is the world. But I was getting I have the wheel as well. This is very much like you have so much at your disposal, but it's very important also to remember that collectively there's a lot of energy buzzing that I've been noticing of people being a little bit like worried about resources and yet not. Like, almost like people are kind of like worrying, but also going, but we can fix this, we can make it. And I'm seeing a lot of like people who are, they're showing me a lot of people who are recognizing like, we're going to make it. We have it figured out. We have got the things that we need, but it is going to take strength and courage right now. You need to go into your heart. You need to return to the nature of who you truly are and remember who you are, so that you can actually see the tools that are at your disposal, because they keep showing me you're looking for things outside of you to fulfill whatever fear, like assuage any fears that are coming up for you right now. You don't need those things. So this book was coming up really strong, green lights. You need to look for the green lights, look for the intuitive yeses. And also like in this book, if you guys haven't read it, it's really good. But Matthew talks about how he didn't necessarily like come from, any sort of like, he's not a Nepo baby or anything like that. He just kind of took some chances in life, and he took risks, and he also recognized the green lights. And he really, he also talks about a lot of his mistakes, but he really measured with his heart, with his work, with his life, with his lifestyle. And so I kept getting this book popping up for this reading, because it's really all about like returning to your courage, returning to your heart. And I'm seeing a lot of you like hunch like this, and it's kind of like my reading from last week. Like you do need to get out of your comfort zone, and you need to get out of your house, because that's where your opportunities are. I do believe in the power of bringing things to your doorstep, but for this group of people, that resonance, that energy, needs to be more expansive. So if you're hearing this and if it's resonating with you to a degree, like you might get even a little bit like your cognitive dissonance wants to deactivate this reading and is like, no, I don't want to hear that. then you probably, like, deep down, it is actually for you. So you will have outside help coming, but you cannot be waiting for it. You are meant to also be part of the co-creator in this experience. So you do have, oh my God, this just came up too. You have, like, she's like locked in here and she's, you know, sitting by herself, but the key's right there to unlock the door. Like, you have the key, and they keep saying, you are the key. It's not just that you have it, you are it. And you have to recognize that you have, like, the answer to your whatever problem or issue is coming up, you have that answer. And this is all about listening to your higher self, listening to your higher energy, trusting the signs, trusting the nudges. And you're going to come out a lot wiser and having created and exactly what it is you want, or even better. But you have to be willing to take some risks right now. Okay.